Welcome back to Local 4 Live. I'm Will Jones in for Nick Monticelli, and thank you for watching. Here's a question. If you're stressed or need a break from reality, how many of you turn to your phone or the TV to distract you for a bit? Apparently dogs do that too. Well, today is National Dog Day, so we wanted to look into some new research that may help pet owners keep their dogs calm. Chrissy Joy is a celebrity dog trainer and educator who has been featured on The Tonight Show,
Wait.
People, and Access Hollywood. She joins us now. Good morning,
Hi.
Chrissy, and
Hey, wait,
who's that with
hi.
you?
His name is Whidbey. He is from the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He also goes by the nickname Kevin Bacon because he loves to dance.
Oh, wow. So tell me about dogs love screen time. I mean, I've come home from work and seen my dog. My wife is watching TV, and it looks like my dog is paying attention as well.
It's such an interesting fact. Some dogs will watch TV and some they go, oh, my dog doesn't really see it. But there is a true, there's actually a study that was just done that 89% of dogs have more likely a chance to look at the screen if it's something that they recognize, right? A squirrel, another dog, an animal. But the coolest thing so as being a dog trainer, enrichment is a big deal for me. So mental enrichment, physical enrichment. When I discovered Dog TV, which is such an easy app you can download. And by the way, I looked this up just for you guys today because it's National Dog Day. It's only $24 for the year. So skip a couple cups of coffee and have your dog have a lot of fun. This is the coolest part. When I first opened it up, I was like, this is really weird. Like, what's wrong with my TV? It looks like you don't have your 3D glasses on. Like, it looks kind of odd in the way it's projected. However, I learned that it's actually been color coded so your dog can see it because dogs can see blue, yellow, and shades of purple. So it's actually tailored so that your dog can watch the show. So not only are they able to see the actual animals and other things going on, it's also been proven to help promote calmness and to also be a safe space to expose dogs to new sounds and new things that otherwise they may not have a chance to go and enjoy.
So if you're leaving for the workday, is this something that you should leave on all day for your dogs?
I would, I would start it with you in the home and leave it on because that way they don't always pair it like, uh-oh, mom's leaving. But I would absolutely leave it on while you leave. There's playlists on there that are calming playlists. I guess he has no problem doing that. But there are calming music and playlists. A lot of times it's classical music because they find that is really one of the types of music that helps promote the calmness. And so there's wonderful programs, dogs hiking on the beach, dogs doing tricks. Actually, they have a person there who literally like talks to the screen so that the dog doesn't feel so alone. And I think it's just a wonderful way that you can work it into your plan of keeping your dog happy and healthy. But let's not forget, it's not just about turning on the TV. If you are going to leave your dog for the day, be sure to exercise them before you leave the house. Make sure you give them proper exercise. A tired dog is going to be a better dog to relax. And my favorite is if you're still feeding from a bowl. That is so 1990, which I still love the 90s, don't get me wrong. But but there are amazing things like puzzle toys. I like how I just brought that in there, which is really wonderful. You can put their food in here, and then they have to learn to roll it to get the food out, or things that move around the home. So you can put them in here, they can move it around the house, and then think about it. That's like a good 20 minutes or so of them burning all this physical and mental energy. And that allows you to maybe set it down, get out of the house, and they also burn some energy at the same time while eating their breakfast.
What are some warning signs of anxiety that pet owners should be paying attention to?
Absolutely. And this goes really hand in hand with being safe around children too. A lot of signs are missed, and that's why we have bite cases that, honestly, it was the dog trying to send all these signals. So anxiety presents itself in many ways. Dogs will go off their food. You may see excessive yawning. You may see drooling or heavy panting, pacing around the home. You'll also notice if your dog has anxiety because they'll start to pick up on your cues before you leave the house. You put your shoes on, you grab your keys, you have the same routine typically. And so they start to pick up on that, and you might notice they're clinging to you, they're trying to jump on you, they're panting a lot, they're following you around because they know what's coming. So it actually helps for you to change your routine when you leave in the morning and don't always have it be the same exact thing every time. But that's a really great way to kind of keep an eye out, but if you have a dog that's, let's say, too much and is actually injuring themselves at this point, I always suggest you go to a veterinarian or a professional dog trainer and have that person work with you one-on-one to really find out where this is coming from.
And how do you reassure your dog if your dog has anxiety? Let's just say you're about to
You know,
walk out
this
the
is an
door.
interesting Yeah, it's an interesting case because some people say, "Oh, don't coddle your dog. You're actually teaching them that it's okay to be nervous when you go, "Yeah, it's okay. Come here, come here, come here." Sometimes people will say, "Oh, it's like you're teaching them that it's okay to be nervous." Now, I see two sides to that. I absolutely believe you need to be there for your dog when they're nervous or when they're scared. I think leaving them alone, having them, just sink or swim is not going to always help the situation. But I think you should be there to encourage them that it's okay, but you should also do something active to disrupt the cycle of anxiety, just like you would do for a person, is that you want to disrupt that cycle. So take them out for a walk, do a little trick training. I have online courses if you want to learn. All sorts of other things. Give them a puzzle toy. Let's disrupt that behavior so that we can turn what was a negative into a positive.
And my last question is, with kids, they say don't give too much screen time. Is that the same for dogs? Too much could be
I
a bad
would
thing?
say if you see that your dog is showing any kind of, let's say, obsessive compulsive behavior. I know that some of us binge watch our favorite shows and
Yeah.
that can seem a little bit the same way. But we don't want our dogs to overreact to the screen or become like they're pushing up on your beautiful LED screen. We want to watch out for those signs. But the beautiful about dog TV is dog TV does not create content that's meant to make your dog amp up and go crazy. It's all very calming. It's all meant to calm them, give them something to watch, and blend it with calm and use people and animals and the colors that they can see to create a really nice experience that's not supposed to be doorbells and the FedEx guy showing up. And, the goal is not to make the dog over, stimulated by the screen.
Yeah, because right now I'm already battling my wife to watch the TV. We only have one TV in our household. I can't imagine adding the dog to the mix.
Yeah, he's gonna have his favorite programs. You're gonna have to build that in. It's just the way it is.
I appreciate your time. Very good information that I'm going to take home and use as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day and happy National Dog Day.
Yeah, same to you. Take care. In honor of National Dog Day, we want to see your furry four-legged family members. So snap a picture of your pup and send it to our My Pics. We may show some of them on air later in the show. Maybe I can get my dog in as well.